Page 30, Solfeggietto. I can't say the word, never mind. It's a very famous piece by one of the Bach people, not J.S. Bach, one of his sons. Carl Philipp Emanuel, I believe, is okay. It's just got eighth notes going everywhere. And since most of it's one hand at a time, I'm going to take both hands together when I talk about this. But let's look at it. It's 1 page long, bass clef in both stabs now. And then it changes. You look at the second line, it's treble clef in both stabs. So it can just go back and forth, whatever the music needs. 3 flats in the key signature, so we're either in the key of E flat major or C minor. If you look at the end, it's ending on that. It's not C minor, it's in C minor. But go ahead and do both scales. Do the scale for E flat major and the scale for C minor, at least 1 octave up and down. Just get comfortable in playing the notes in the scale, because that way you're just playing in the key. And when you get this stuff, you just play in the key. So you know which black keys, you just have a habit of playing the right black keys already. It's much easier now. Which notes are flatted again? Just learn the scale and play in that key. And then cut time. 2/2 time, 2 beats in a major and a quarter note or a half note gets a count. So these eighth notes are like 1 ienda, 2 ienda. Ugh. Well, again, when I learn a piece of music that's in cut time, I pretend it's in 4/4 time at first to learn it. And then once I have it learned and I'm ready to take it up to speed, then I'll put it in cut time. So in this lesson, I'm going to talk about this as though it's in 4/4 time. And an eighth note gets half a count. And all we want to do is just try and connect everything as best we can with the fingers. So you're here, E flat, here. We're on top of each other. We'll get used to that eventually. It's here. Then come up, the treble clef now. B note here. Sort of like a scale. Whatever, it's a feeling of a scale. And they're all, here, it's all white keys here. Until you get the E flat. You can go with 3, since you've done 3 each time. 3. You can go do 3 again if you want. Which it doesn't matter. But whatever. Then you do it. So you got the sequence going up and you do it again. All white key. I tend to do a 3/2 on that. But then the third line last major, it's broken chords. So you can do this if you want. If you don't want your hand up here, it doesn't matter. It's the last line, second measure. You have a G, F, a B natural, and it's just a G7 chord. And then here, I'm going to do 3 and 2 here for the C flat, and then the right hand does that. It's a G. Left hand over, right hand. Yeah, just move them on down. That's sort of what it is, and it's all just eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2. The kicker is to get them all even and connected if you can. All the way through. Then once you can do that, then we think about the articulation. And here it's just pretty connected. They got... And that's okay. A lot of music, especially with the Bach, would start on the next note. Not the first beat of the measure. It would be the next one. So it's here. It actually starts here on the end of one. Here. So you just lift up. Goes so quick you can't hardly tell it. You end up pretty much connecting it, but try and feel these feel this starting with each phrase on the next note, not on the first note. No, it's the next note. He overlaps it. The third line down where you got these broken chords. Just connect them all. Yeah, just connect it all. It's fine. And then the dynamics, well, P at the beginning is soft, whatever you think soft is, piano. You swell, and then back. And then you back. back down. Now MP, mezzo piano. And you're staying pretty much at MP until the end, the last line, loud. And end it loud, I guess. Okay, end it loud then, I don't care. And the speed, well, this is where we put it back in cut time. I'm gonna feel this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exaggerate these accents at first if you need to. It kind of helps to keep it in line. Feel this. And if you're having trouble with that, then slow it down and accent every beat or every quarter note. Let the wrist collapse a little bit on each of these, just to make sure you can get them all controlled and even. And then as it speeds up, then it would be every other. I'm exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but you want to feel these. Now, in the last measure, the third line here, these are broken chords. I'm going to finger it that way. I'm going to finger it like a broken chord. Fourth finger on the E flat. It's like an arpeggio. That's how we would finger it. So that's what we're going to do. So it's starting with the last measure of the third line. You're here, and then you're in position for that. So it's here. I'm just going to finger it that way each time. The right hand is, however, although you can use second finger on E flat if you rather. You decide on your, I don't know about your hands. Don't copy me, please. You take it at your speed. You do your own thing. Now, this is the last piece in the book. So, congratulations, you made it this far. If you do not have a teacher, and this is your first time through the book, I encourage you to go back through the book again and review everything. Play everything again. Listen to all the lessons again. Make sure you haven't forgotten or missed anything. You'll find you'll be able to play the pieces better and faster and so forth. Yeah. Don't be in a hurry to go to the next book. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. We're just going to do notes and rhythms. And since this is all pretty much eighth notes, I'm going to put the metronome on eighth notes. So it's beating eighth notes. So I'll give us 4 quarter notes to come in though. 1 and 2 and ready and go and